You were still captured in one of Muzan's arms. You could no longer handle it and decided to attack Muzan. But Muzan was fast and quick. He could fight even with you still in his arms. His attacks are so fast, I can barely follow it with my eyes. With this kind of attack, it could be near impossible for either of two to get close. Even if they did, they would not be able to back away with some kind of injury. You needed to wait for the perfect time to attack or even just slip out of his arms. But with him standing in one place, it could be difficult. He had tightened his hold when he could feel you just slip out of his grasps while still attacking. Come on, I need to help. I couldn't be more of a burden. I'm a Hashira, for crying out loud. Tanjiro got in close, and he was about to attack. You saw that Muzan was about to slash his eye. So without relief, you yelled, "No!" Muzan was startled for a second and missed Tanjiro's eye, and he just got his cheek and sliced instead. Oh my gosh, I almost got my eyeball slashed. If it weren't for Yin distracting Muzan, I would very well have lost my eye. Yin, I swear, we'll save you, and I'll marry you. Muzan had a bored expression on his face, trying to buy time until dawn. But the sun can't reach inside this castle. Can only 3 Hashira expunge such a fate? All 3 of you were surprised and confused by what he said. After all, the Hashira in the striped tori and the girl with the green and pink hair both seemed to have died at the hands of my minions. You started crying slightly, but big tears were rolling down your face like a stream. Mitsuri, hero, no, that just can't be true. No, I refuse to believe it. You saw that Tanjiro was having a tough time keeping up and dodging Muzan's attacks. He bumped into a wall. "Tanjiro!" You yelled out, and Muzan went in for the kill. But then someone broke through the roof, stopping Muzan from above, yelling, "Stop!" Muzan turned his head to see Mitsuri? Mitsuri attacked Muzan, and during that time, Muzan's arms that was holding you was attacked. You were finally released. You jumped next to Mitsuri. "I've got him," she yelled, when in reality, she didn't get a scratch on him. "Mitsuri." She looked at you to see tears going down your face and a bright smile. She blushed a bright red. You then spotted Iguro. You smiled even brighter, knowing they were alive. How are they here? They should have been dead. How could this be? Nakime? Muzan thought, confused, on how they were alive. When he saw Nakime's eyes, they were both dead. "What are you doing to Nakime?" Why does it say Yurichi? Is that supposed to be Yushiro? I think it's supposed to be Yushiro, but it says Yurichi. Holy moly, I don't know he was here. But Yushiro was control over Nakime. He had digged his fingers into her skull and was just controlling her. "You want to know what's happening? I'm controlling her vision. That's what." The Infinity Castle started warping. "Muzan, you have committed the greatest of sins this world has ever known. I damn that you kneel in abject repent for taking Lady Tomio from me," he yelled to Muzan through Nakime's thoughts. "And now I'm going to knock you outside." The fortress was changing with each strum of Nakime's biwa. "This force it's so insane. Don't let up, though. We have to attack Muzan. He's right there," you thought, but his appearance and aura was so deadly insane. It was terrifying you. You could feel your whole body shake. "No, Yin, you must not get scared. This has to end tonight, or else it's all over for humanity." I wish Gome was here. Please, come soon, Gome. It was all going to get a lot more difficult for you all, 'cause Muzan and Yusho were having a struggle, so everything was warping and changing. There was one point where you started falling in front of him. He noticed he was planning to grab you when you landed on your feet, but you predicted that that's what he wanted to do. But you had to trick up your sleeve. When he went to grab you, instead of landing on your feet, you dipped down in a low stance, then quickly lifted yourself and kicked him in the face. Then jumping away, everybody, including Muzan, had a single thought. I'm sorry, but the thing is that was hot. I'm sorry. Muzan then tried to overpower Yushiro by absorbing his cells. Yusho yelled as he tried to push him back. Stop interfering and die! Muzan yelled in frustration at Yushiro. Then the Hashira and Tanjiro attacked Muzan, distracting him. Yusho was now able to drive him back and try to take full control over Nakime. As a giant part of the castle opened, dropping Muzan and all the members fighting him. Muzan clenched his fist, crushing Nakime's head, which started killing her. As they fell to the ground in the castle, you and Tanjiro noticed the dead corpse members. Your heart ached for them, promising yourself that you will not let their death be in vain. Muzan started fighting all of them. At some point, you were actually stuck. You just hissed out in pain, but you saw a slight smirk for a second on his face. That scared you and made you worry. What? Did he just smirk at my pain? No, it was for something. Why did he smirk? I'd preferred that angry face of his instead of that smirk. I know it all too well. It was never for a good reason. Why did he smirk? You all continued to fight. You all felt the castle start to shake and crack. It was going to collapse any second. Then the platform you were all on started rising. Muzan almost attacked Mitsuri, but Tanjiro threw his sword at the dead demon slayer at Muzan. Distracting him as Obanai grabbed Mitsuri, dodging the attack. The sword went straight through Muzan's head. Curse that brat, Muzan thought, as the building rose to the surface. You landed on your feet. You looked around. We're outside, but in the middle of a city? Back at the headquarters, Kayaka and his two sisters were preparing what to do next. How much longer until dawn? Kayaka asked in a panic. 1.5 hours, Kaneka said in a nervous voice. Still? That long? Kayaka thought. The crow had then announced to all the nearby demon slayers that the sun will rise in 1.5 hours. Your mouth dropped. Can we really hold him off till that long? Suddenly, the building Muzan was buried under was scattered, and we saw Muzan looking furious as ever, with 8 what seemed to be whip-like things coming out from his back, with some bone attached. Oh, I suppose you intend to hold me here until sunrise? If you can, then go ahead and try, he said, attacking the Hashira with fast and deadly attacks. With them barely dodging, Obanai, Mitsuru, Giyu, and you go to attack him, but you quickly realize that even if you cut his neck, it instantly regenerates. He can regenerate as fast as you could cut him. You all had to wait until dawn. You all got too close, but he was about to attack. Some brave demon slayer sacrificed himself to save the Hashira. You were actually knocked back a bit, but as you got up to fight again, you felt strange, your body starting to feel in pain, and something in you was changing. The ones who die quickly are lucky, and those who don't die immediately will surely, if I so much as touch them, I want to I want you to see that. He spoke. I mixed my blood into my attacks. This blood doesn't turn humans into demons. Similar to a deadly poison, it causes cells destruction and death. He paused and then slightly chuckled. Well, almost all. There was one attack that would turn a human into a demon. The Hashira didn't know what he was talking about. I have a question. Have any of you ever wondered how strong a demon and a Hashira would be? That question made them extremely worried. What Hashira was turning into a demon? Most especially how strong would be the angel Hashira. All of them felt the earth crush upon them as he said that. Yin Lin be as a demon.